Hey everyone, it's Luke here from LT Gaming and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a quick review of the early access project Nuclear Option. It's absolutely great to have reviews back on the channel, and we have a lot of upcoming games and some keys we've already secured. So if you like these sort of things, make sure to drop us a like, comment because we always want to hear from you, and subscribe if you're new here and join us for the journey. So what exactly is Nuclear Option? Let's jump into a description of the game. Embark on thrilling aerial missions aboard cutting-edge aircraft in a near-future world filled with immersive physics and intense battlegrounds. Confront formidable threats from land, air and sea as you engage in high-stakes battles. Whether facing AI adversaries or challenging other players, unleash a variety of powerful weapons to dominate the skies. Take control of tactical and strategic nuclear capabilities. Yes, you can use nuclear weapons in this game, capable of obliterating everything in their path. Dive into the adrenaline-pumping experience of this game, where skill and strategy collide in a futuristic warfare spectacle. And I have to say, for a game in early access, it really lives up to that description. It really is an excellent light flight sim. It doesn't live up to the complexity or graphics of a game like DCS, but the feeling and gameplay really take it to another level. The ability to jump into a single player or multiplayer game, taxi to the runway, take off and start shooting down planes and destroying ground targets is unrivaled. In that sense, I don't want this to be like DCS. In DCS, I get out my HOTAS, I get out my flight manuals, and within about 4 or 5 hours, I might get the thing off of the ground. That might be a slight exaggeration, but it's definitely a study level flight sim. In this one, I can get straight into the sky and get straight to the action, and I love the fact I can do different things in different games. The only other game to launch recently which is similar to this is Microprose's Tiny Combat Arena, and I didn't feel when that launched it was as advanced as this project. Currently, the game comes with a number of solo missions, and you can also play these in multiplayer. What I tend to do is set up a server in the evening, and I play some of the cooperative maps, and other people join, and we take down the enemy. In particular, the recent naval update added some really cool challenges trying to take out ships. You can currently fly up to 5 aircraft. The Cricket, which is based around counter-insurgency, the Compass, which is like a trainer or light attack aircraft, the Chicane, which is a stealth attack helicopter, and oh my god, helicopters are not my thing, and the FS-12 Revoker, which is an air superiority fighter. For those who really want to get interesting, you can play as the Dark Reach, a strategic bomber capable of carrying quite powerful strategic nuclear weapons. Each of these aircraft come with a range of different weaponry. Now, some are geared towards ground attack and others air superiority, and of course if you're dropping nukes you're just having fun. For example, when I fire up my server, I'll tend to start as a ground attack aircraft and take out the enemy radar and air defences. Then I'll switch into my air superiority fighter to deal with the enemy air threat. Finally, as I earn enough points, I'll jump into the Dark Reach and start dropping some nuclear weapons. My experience in multiplayer has been absolutely brilliant. I've set up co-op servers, and I've also played in a lot of the PvP servers also. Some really tough competition, but I've also held my own, and that's really cool to see. The flight physics for a light simulation are actually pretty good, and they're simulated across dozens of aerodynamic surfaces per aircraft. There's a detailed damage model also, with up to 30 to 50 detachable parts per aircraft. It's really fun seeing certain things come off the enemy or even your own plane before you eject. I've had no problem setting up the multiplayer functionality, and it is where a lot of the fun is at. People jump in, you try and outscore each other, or you try and beat the enemy, and then you say GG and you log off. Really simple stuff. I found the cockpits pretty good. I mean, it's nowhere near the level of DCS, but you don't want it to be when you're playing this sort of game. The radar is all modelled quite nicely, and I found the heads-up display very useful. Also, the targeting is pretty good, and overall, the game looks lovely. Now, the graphics are not amazing, but I really like them. There's a kind of retro and unique feel to how they're simulated, and overall, they really add to the experience. There's something about this game that just looks wonderful without it being incredibly taxing on my system. Built in is the ability to fly night missions with night vision functionality, which is always a bonus. It's one of those games that you would truly say is easy to pick up and learn, but quite hard to master. I've become quite good at avoiding other air-to-air missiles, but a lot of players are asking in the forums how to do this. Turn your wing to the missile, get your jammer going, and defend. The other thing that I really enjoyed when playing this game is the persistent battlefields that change. Not only are you playing with aircraft, but you have your ground forces, and they get up to stuff as well. It's great and very, very immersive overall. Now, as far as early access goes, it's always buyer beware, but this is a project I really want to back and see how it develops. On the Steam page, it does say it will be in early access well into 2024 and perhaps beyond. So you're going to need patience with this one. What I really like though is the developer states that early access is not an excuse to ship a subpar game, so hopefully he's going for quality here. If we're looking for what's to come, several additional aircraft, greatly expanded content for single player missions, many more weapons and ground units, improved multiplayer stability, more mission editor features, and graphical improvements. All of this sounds absolutely excellent and moving in the right direction on what already is a very solid experience. One more item to touch upon is the editor, which is quite powerful and allows you to create your own scenarios which you can then play out. Really a great feature to have in any game. I didn't really notice too many bugs when I was playing this one, but I did see in multiplayer that a lot of players would just gun the afterburner and take off on any piece of land. That was quite immersion breaking and they need to fix that. It would be great to see the fact that people have to taxi to the runway and take off properly. The bottom line with this game is its incredible gameplay. It's so much fun to do ground missions, air missions, try out the helicopters, which is always a disaster for me, and then jump online and take on or join other players. It's such a great experience. It's worth the price right now. It really is. So I can't sing this game's praises any higher than I already am. And you know what? It's kind of a refreshing experience to get my aircraft in the air, have some combat time, and then log off. In DCS, sometimes I don't even get off the ground, so I really have to praise this as a gaming experience overall. It really is solid. If you want a flight sim and you want a hardcore flight sim, maybe it's not for you. But if you want to have fun, and don't we all really want to have fun when it comes to it, this is the product for you. So there we go, LT gamers. I highly recommend Nuclear Option, especially if you like backing early access projects. If you buy this game and you're looking to play it online, join the Discord, we'll sort out some sort of match and we'll have some massive LT gaming aerial battle. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. I've been Luke from LT Gaming and I'll catch you on the next one.